Hello everyone. I am doing a little pop-up live today. I was sitting here thinking before I go and do my workout about the concept of something that my clients keep talking about, which is I want to do things. I want to go to the gym. I want to lose weight, and yet I'm waiting on motivation. I'm waiting on someone to change my life. I'm waiting on divine intervention, all these glorious things. And the problem is that for most of you, in the process of waiting, you will also talk yourself out of just doing it. So I want to talk about that a little bit before I go into the gym, because this entire week I have felt like ass before every workout. I have not wanted to work out. I've got better things to do, things that I want to accomplish, all this kind of great stuff. And I think a lot of you get surprised because you see my post on the Facebook and whatnot, and I'm working out and excited. I feel good after. And I think most of us will agree that when we work out, a lot of times we feel great after and stuff. But it's really hard to tap into that motivation of a good decision is going to feel good later. So I'm going to pay the price, the currency of discomfort right now, in order to invest in my future, feeling good, feeling amazing and whatnot. So I was going to talk about that just a little bit today. Hey, I see a lot of my clients coming in. It's so funny. You guys all wake up early with, well, it's not that early, actually. It's 9:30. It feels early, but it's not. But share it in the group, in our private group, so that they know that I'm live today as a pop-up. And then if you want to share it with your girlfriends, feel free. So I'm Corinne from pnp411.com. If you go over there, you can take a free course on stuff that I talk about. But I really love the concept of thinking about, I don't know of anybody that's ever had to lose weight. And one of the things that they don't say is, well, how do you get motivated? I did a big video on this. I guess it was a few months ago, because it is one of the most popular questions I get. So people will message me and they will email me. And if you listen to the podcast, we've talked about this before. A lot of people are stuck in this process of waiting. If I was motivated, then I would. And I think you guys have to watch out for thoughts like that. You have to just call the bullshit light on it and just be like, no. You know what I need to do? I need to just do things because I will appreciate it later. I need to do things because I'm putting off my dreams. Every time you wait for something outside of you to happen so that you can, go off and lose your weight or whatever, it's a long wait. And the other thing is, I think that we all think we're entitled to have to feel amazing to do things that are going to benefit us. You do not. That's not an entitlement. That is not a must-have. I was coaching, I think she's actually on this, I think I might have seen her come in. I was coaching one of our private girls this week, and she kept saying that, she didn't like dreading exercise all the time because she had it in her mind that she needed to love it. And I'm like, why do you have to love it? You can love the benefits. You can just not have a love affair with it. It's just I was sitting there thinking, I like the benefit. This morning I cleaned out the cat box. I love the end result of it, but I was not sitting there oh, I just love cleaning cat boxes. So glad I got love for this. There's a lot of things we do in life because it's just what we need to do. We don't have to have amazing feelings in order to do it. But the more you put yourself in a place of being you know what? I do things that I know give me benefit no matter what. I don't have to love it. I don't have to do anything other than just know that I am, like I said in the beginning, I'm paying the price now for good feelings later. And that's okay. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. This weekend, I want you to be on your guard for every time you catch yourself not feeling like doing something. I don't feel like food prep. I don't feel like planning. I don't feel like thinking ahead of time about what I'm going to eat when I go out. I don't feel like exercising this weekend. There's going to be so many times that you're not going to feel like it. And you need to always say, when you go straight dope into, I don't feel like, you need to say, you know what? I don't have to feel like it, but I can experience the benefit. And that, my friends, will change your weight. that I think that women sitting around waiting to feel something amazing, that is one of the biggest problems that you're having. I'm going to go through here and see what everybody's talking about. I want to, let's see. And I hardly can see. Y'all, I don't have my reading glasses on. Heidi. Hey, Heidi. Heidi, you're probably... So Heidi's one of my clients, and we've been doing a lot of coaching this week, and she's probably like, oh Lord, I'm about tired of hearing from you. Pay the price of inconvenience to reach your goals. That shit is gold. Well, maybe Heidi's not tired of hearing from me. Kelly Sims, I knew I saw you in here. Talk to me, sister. Shouldn't on yourself. Yep. Thank you, Beth, for sharing in our page. Julie Gold. Hi, Corinne. Thanks for going live. You're welcome, Julie. Diane. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Did anybody have a question? I could have swore I saw a question. Sydney says, I needed to hear this today. I've had one of those weeks this week. Sydney, what kind of week have you had? Like, you know, when we say like, I've had this kind of week, I want you guys to always think about when you're trying to lose weight, things aren't stopping you from losing weight. But if you decide that your life is like totally out of control or whatever, you're probably going to eat to escape that feeling. What I challenge my clients all the time to think about, and if you're going to do my free 7-day challenge, which starts tomorrow, actually, we start the actual exercises on Monday, but the workbooks are going out tomorrow for the people who are doing the free challenge. My girls, you're getting an entire challenge in August again for a whole month. One of the things I want you to think about is that everything that happens to you during your week, you still are making a choice to show up for it. It may not be the stuff that you absolutely wanted to do, but allowing yourself to think that you didn't choose to do it is crazy. You know, like, there are days when, like, let's say that I'm getting together stuff for the girls and the website goes down and I don't have time to work on the plan. I can sit there and like, see, my day was screwed up. I don't get to do anything I want today because of this. Or I could say, you know what? When computer problems happen and the site goes down, I choose to work on that. Do I love it? No. But what I don't do is I don't allow something else. I don't allow myself to ever believe that I'm ever out of the power position for myself. And when I don't put myself outside of my own power, then I don't need to escape and eat because I feel like things are out of control. I might as well eat since I can't control anything. I might as well go to the drive-thru since, you know, this day's been shit. You know, I never go down that path. You know, if I fuck my food up, if I overeat, if I overdrink, it's always, I tell myself first thing, I did it because I made a choice. We're not going to throw a pity party. We're not going to blame. We're not going to do anything. We're always going to keep our own ownership. When you have your own ownership, you are so much more likely to actually take ownership of your good choices too. You will make more good choices. You will stand up for yourself in a way that helps you lose weight when you always are accepting that everything you do is just a choice. It's not out of control or anything like that. Let's see, somebody else said, y'all like threw out the questions all of a sudden. Yes, ma'am, Miss Heidi, you are awesome and smart. Noelle, never feel good going, but love the way I feel when I'm done. Exactly. There are times I don't want to complete my time on treadmill, but I push through it. So proud when I'm walking out done. That's me, honey. I'm telling you. Like I've taken an energy drink. I've had my coffee. I've had a good night's sleep. I have like every reason to be like, whoa, let's go in there and kill it. And I'm like, I got so much shit to do today. Like going in there is like just going to take some time. I mean, my brain wants to go there first because what's the easiest thing? Your brain is like, seriously, guys, it just wants to do easy things all the time, even if it's good for you. But the problem with our brains is they just need directing. It doesn't know that it's sabotaging our weight loss and causing us pain later down the road because we're, you know, upset with our weigh-in or upset with our clothes and stuff like that. It just knows immediate pleasure. And immediate pleasure to be like, yeah, let's just stay at home and work and we won't work out today and that'll be okay. Like, who will know? It's like, you'll know. You'll always end up paying the price. You'll pay the price mentally and emotionally for it. That's why, like today, I'm just like, I'm going to do my live. I'm going to go in there. We're not going to think about all the reasons why we don't want to do it. We're just like, that only makes us miserable. When we think about all of our excuses, when we think about all the reasons we don't want to work out, when we think about all the reasons why we don't want to eat our salads and stuff, we're just sitting there in our own emotional, like, blah. And it sucks. And we're creating our own drama. And I just tell myself all the time, like, you don't have to feel like eating a salad and you don't have to feel like working out. But what you're not going to do is sit there and make it harder on yourself. Just don't make it harder on yourself. Just sit there and make things easier by like being like, but we're going to do it anyway. So all this mental chatter and bullshit thinking, just don't. And that's what I do with myself. Great timing. Maura, I was about to cancel my boot camp class. Not anymore. You get in there and do that shit. You don't need to cancel. I mean, just like giving you the riot act on that one, right? Meg, I've learned from your videos, motivation doesn't fall from the sky and land on us. That is the damn truth. We have to just get after it, and then seeing the results, motivation is born. Thank you for teaching me this valuable lesson. You are so welcome, Meg. I'm too much of a perfectionist, says Ainsley. Ainsley, I know you're a member. You need to... I'm trying to think. No, that was in a private call. That was in the Queen's Club. We did a video. I've been talking a lot about perfectionism. Oh, Ainsley, some stuff's coming out on that soon. And if you're in the free group, it's also going to be in that. So Ainsley, I will make sure that you'll get that. I have a whole thing that's in the workbook that's really good. I'm actually going to give it to all of the tribe members to read because I just love it. And with the tribe, you guys, what I might do is our next live just teach on that first part more in depth than what I will be doing for the free challenge. The free challenge is like their background stuff of just how their brain works, but you guys can we'll talk specifically about it because it's really, so many of you suffer from perfectionism. It's that black and white thinking and all that kind of stuff, and I'll make sure we go over that because that'll be good stuff. I had this conversation with a friend last night. Awesome. Mandy, free challenge starts tomorrow here. Yes, Mandy, the workbooks and everything will be going out in email to everyone tomorrow. So you have to go to pnptribe.com and you have to sign up for the wait list and the challenge. If you're not on that emailing list, you will not be in the challenge. That I'm only emailing stuff to that list as of tomorrow. So if you're not there, you won't get it. So just make sure you're on that list, guys. Do the challenge, ladies. Corinne is the shit. She knows what's up and will school you. I love this group and love my tribe. Thank you. Noelle, sweet like a pig. Oh, sweat like a pig today. I was like, sweet like a pig. Feel like a fox later, picking through it, even when I don't want to. Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw my little 30-second clip video from yesterday. Those clothes that I dropped that were soaking wet are not even dry today. I'm just going to have to wash them and put them in the dryer because I put them off to the side to try to dry in our house. I think the humidity is up so bad here that they won't even dry. This week was hard to motivate myself to go out. I went out and did it, but it was a struggle. I made a choice to make it happen because I thought, what would Corinne say? Thank you, Sydney. I think, I appreciate that you showed up for yourself. Even if you used my inner voice or whatever to, get you going. I think just always take pride, guys, in everything that you do. Every time you show up for yourself, this is one thing that I do teach my girls, and we are crazy about getting them to do, which is reliving success. Anything you ever do that is the right choice, that gets you closer to your weight loss goals, gets you closer to your exercise goals, even your life goals, whatever it may be. Most of us gloss over the things we're doing right, and we keep going back to immediately what needs to change, what's wrong, what I didn't do right. Your brain is never going to get good at allowing yourself to experience your successes, your choice successes, until you practice reliving them. Write them down. Every time you do something amazing for yourself in your weight loss, you need to write that shit down. That's how motivation starts building. The reason why so many of you do not feel motivated is because you don't practice enough the thoughts that create motivation. The thoughts that create motivation are reliving the things that are going right. Notice how, like, in the beginning, I talked to you guys about, like, you don't need to feel motivated to start. You need to just start. You need to do things knowing that that's coming later. And what happens is you do things, you think, oh, that wasn't so bad. That was great. Look at me. Look at me go. Well, that is why motivation ends up coming. But you can't put, the cart in front of the horse. You have to start doing some of these things, knowing that that's going to be like a dividend that's going to pay off for you. The shit show circus came and put up a tent at my house this week. That's dramatic. Tired of those monkeys. Got to get strong for the battle that is coming. I tell you what, let's get strong, but not assume a battle is coming. It's not going to help you to assume a battle is coming. Now, what you can do is you can be like, I'm going to get strong. Here's some of the obstacles that might be coming my way, and here's my strategies for it. But just thinking that I don't know what shit show and monkey train you got going on, but majority of the people that I coach, I would say 99% of them present to me incredibly crazy ass life scenarios that they've built in their mind. And when I boil it down to just the facts and I say, okay, here's what we're really dealing with. Do you want to sit around thinking about it this way? Or do you want to think about it in an empowered way? Thinking about that you've got to suit up and get angry or whatever is one way to do it. And then thinking about, like, I control everything I think and feel. Here's the way I'm going to handle this, and I'm going to handle it like a fucking boss. That's very empowering. And that's usually and I try to tell people that all the time, because when we overeat, guys, let me just tell you, when you're overeating, you're trying to escape a negative emotion. Usually you're trying to escape a negative emotion. The more you learn how to stay out of negative emotions that are faux created, the better off you'll be. There's plenty of life that's going to give you negative emotion that you're going to have to deal with, right? I tell people all the time, 50% of life is negative emotion, 50% of life is positive emotion. The biggest problem I see with most women is they add an extra 30% to the negative side of self-created shit. And that's why they're eating, because if you add 30%, then you have 20% of positive left. If I can, like with my girls, I'm like, let's just cut out the self-generated negative emotion first. And your overeating starts going down. Carlene, you make it simple. Kick my butt into telling myself the truth. Thank you, Carlene. And if you don't listen to the podcast, listen to the podcast. Today's episode was good. It's all about the idea I'm too fat. Talk about a demotivating thought. I'm too fat to do this. So until I lose weight, I'm going to postpone all these things. It's a great episode. I don't know if that's 15 or 16. I'm not sure what number we're on, but take a listen to that one. It's if you go to it's called Losing 100 Pounds with Fit and Fat. If you go to fit.click/podcast, that'll take you to the podcast. And if you just go to my website, pnp411.com, that also will, there's you can click on the podcast button and it will give you all the shows with transcripts and show notes and all that kind of stuff. Looking forward to the free group. Thank you, Doreen. Teresa, is it too late for the free challenge? No, you can go to pnptribe.com and that will get you into the free course. You just sign up there. Ainsley, I could have swore you still were a member. Do the challenge this week, because the information I was telling you about perfectionism is in there. So just go in there and do the challenge this week, and that'll be very helpful. Maybe I think you're still a member because I still follow you so heavily on Instagram. I was looking at your cute little pictures. Seeing you live up for the next month because I don't have to travel. Awesome. Renee says thank you. Jennifer, self-love needs to happen and the rest will follow. Exactly. Lots of people are signed up. I'm so glad so many of you are signed up for the challenge. I'm learning to high five myself after my workout. I'm telling you guys, do it. Practice your successes. Own it. Relive it in your brain. Tell yourself what a good job you're doing. And especially if you didn't want to go and you did it anyway. Those are I'm telling you, the more you can practice doing things that you don't feel like doing that are good for you, and you're like, you know what? I'm calling bullshit on myself. I do not have to feel like doing this all the time, but I know I'm going to do it. You get that just ooh, it just like builds your motivation bones and stuff. Motivation muscles. Start small, just start, celebrate every small win. Exactly. All right, guys, that was everything. I telling you, join the free challenge. It's going to be a good week. I have been working on all the emails, all the things. I'm going live every day in the challenge. I'm not going to be live on this page every day. I'll be live in that challenge every single day. We have a different topic each day. At the end, we're going to do a big webinar on some of the key skills that I teach my girls on how they lose weight. Coach Kathy from the podcast is also going to be in that group. Coach Mary Jo will be in that group, all of helping me help you. It's just, I just expect it to be a really great week where you can learn so much, and I'm looking forward to it. And hey Robin, you're one of my girls. Good morning. Can't say enough good about you. Corinne and the fabulous coaches. Just love PNP, changing my life. Thanks, PNP. Also saw your hello scale this morning. I think it was you, and you were so excited. So high five to you too. All right, guys, y'all have a good one. Good weekend. If you need motivation for the weekend on how to plan it and how to show up for yourself, go to the podcast. We have a whole episode on weekends. It will get you right and tight for how to think about your weekend and what to do. And if you're in the challenge, next Friday, we're talking all about weekends, and you have a homework assignment before the weekend starts. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.